Our next O Award category is folk art. After his retirement 15 years ago, this artist began painting and sculpting in folk art. The theme of his work is From Africa to Black America. He has traveled to Africa several times to better understand the Black American journey from Africa to America. His work depicts people of African descent, including historical figures, athletes, entertainers, local personalities, as well as a dedicated focus to Black culture and lifestyles. His own life experiences are represented in his paintings. He has a unique way of expressing the emotions and pain of the African American experience, which attests to his personal life experiences. His artwork has been displayed in many galleries, art shows, churches, businesses, schools, and universities throughout Utah. This next recipient's purpose in his art is to educate the community to the struggles that African Americans have faced throughout the history of America and gain understanding of racial relations and culture, as well as the many contributions of African Americans to America. Watch a video.
For the past 40 years, I've been interested in cultural awareness. And one of the things that I've strived to understand is where I have come from and where I'm going. And a man is one who can identify himself. So in my art, I try to generate an identity from Africa to Black America, the journey that Black people took in becoming a part of this culture. My work consists of paintings of historical figures, African kings, African princesses, and even slaves and slave process, the process of growing up in America. My passion about this, because art is a feeling, it's hard to explain. It's like suffering without the pain. And you give this scenario visibly to people, it broadens their vision as to what we have contributed to America. I have presented programs in schools, churches, all over the state of Utah. And I've tried to give a positive view, even though there were many negative things in our society, from slavery, through Jim Crow, through racial discrimination, all those things are embedded in my development. And each time I present my art, there's much conversation. As an ex-educator, I'm constantly trying to educate, to broaden the peripheral vision of those people around me. When people ask questions of, why did you do this particular painting? Where did it come from? I try to give them a positive view. I'm a part of America. I've contributed greatly to this culture. And many people don't see that until maybe they might see a lynching that I painted. And I said, did this really happen? Today, many people cannot visualize that taking place. But in my number of years growing up in America, I have faced much of the struggles that I face, that I hear today. And many people don't believe me. And that's unfortunate. So through my art, many people look at it and say, well, why do you only paint Black people? Well, what color am I? I have to represent who I am and my feelings. And rather than throwing Molotov cocktails, I paint. And I say, I am somebody. I'm a part of America. And this is what has happened in America. And all of us need to know about it. It gives me great pride that I have not lived in vain. I have lived here for many, many years. My kids have gone through school, kindergarten through college. And for the first time, I feel that there's someone that's listening.
This year's award for folk art is Darnel Haney.
Thank you very much. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed by emotion.
This is the comment about holding the flag. The only guy that makes me feel special.
I'm very thrilled to be a part of this presentation tonight. I have tried very hard to include not just myself, but my family. My sons and my grandson were a part of putting the murals on the Ogden Walkway. We painted a horse that was a part of this community, which was destroyed recently. But I'm still continuing the work that an educator must do to help others understand differences. These are trying times in our country, and I hope that we bring some joy to those people around us. I thank you for involving me in this program. I'm truly honored. Thank you.